let's look at first principles. Japan is a test case for how far you can push silly policy, and they pushed it very far for a very long time. Now they're trying to normalize. They're talking about, or the market is speculating, we might get another 10 basis point rate hike towards the end of the year. I mean, this is nothing, absolutely nothing. Now, okay, we haven't got negative rates anymore. What if, and I'm just floating, not a forecast, what if inflation were to return to Japan? What if they do genuinely manage to turn the corner because of demographics, which means there aren't enough young people so they can charge whatever they want in the labour market? What if they do turn that corner and you start to get 2% inflation again? And you've got 20 basis point BOJ rates. Well, you'd need to raise rates massively without financial repression. And if you did that, then you can't cover your public debt anymore. So Japan has been sustainable, provided it never actually finally turned that corner and recovered. And of course, as long as it was running a trade surplus, which allowed it to get away with a lot of this. But when you've got competition from China on the trade front, and when you've now suddenly got the potential of inflation actually coming back, I'm not saying it will, but it could, a lot of this doesn't hold up anymore. And the same applies looking forward, not today, but looking forward across most Western economies too. And then the question is, how do we get out of it? And my long-run thesis is we don't get out of it with any of the conventional methods that we've been using so far. There's going to have to be something that we've only been playing around with at the margin, a much more hybrid policy. And when we start recognizing that, you'll see markets move, trust me.
But are you worried that anything, and again, I'm not saying this is a high probability outcome, but do you have any concern in, say, the next 12 to 24 months that Japan will be at the crux of any kind of meltdown financially?
Well, meltdown's a strong word. I mean, it's like bloodbath.
Yeah.
You've got to be careful how you use it. But I would say that 12 to 24 months, given some of the scenarios that you could see potentially playing out in the US and in China, is a realistic enough window that you could see some severe stress. But I mean, we've seen some severe stress. We've got, dollar yen over 152. I mean, if that isn't an important market move in, as you said, a really important currency, I don't know what is. But the potential for that to snap back the other way very, very aggressively, were the Fed to start doing something silly like saying we're going to cut 200 basis points despite the fact that inflation isn't under control yet, were that to happen, not a forecast, then you can see all manner of other kind of market blow-ups happening. The market itself is priced, to bring back to my initial point, for a global paradigm based on a US security paradigm, which doesn't work. The US security paradigm doesn't work, and the global imbalances that was allowed to build up under that paradigm don't work. And they're going to be worked out of the system one way or another, quickly or slowly. And you will see really big shifts in certain assets and crosses when that happens.